folks, Donnie.
Okay, we're here at DMC Transmission and we're broadcasting live, everybody. This is live Periscope TV. And I'm Bill and I'm going to turn it over. We're just preparing for a video shoot at DMC Transmission for Horsepower for an Hour. And I'm here with Donnie, Chris, and Spence, and we are going to go through the pre-filming run of how this is going to all play out. So that we're broadcasting this live. Later you'll be able to see the actual finished video. All right.
So we are now.
Oh yeah, we've been on the entire time. This is Donnie.
Hi folks, we're going to be talking about performance today. We're at the Horsepower Performance Division. We're looking at fuel delivery and how to make a car perform at peak efficiency. It's going to be lots of fun. Spence is with me. We're going to have some fun. Check it out.
And this is Spence.
Good to see everybody. Horsepowerforanhouronline.com, and we're going to do this video and show you how good Berryman B12 works. And we've got beautiful Denali right over here as our test vehicle. So let's all take a look. And Donnie, where do we go from here?
Okay, so now let's get this set up. What we want to do is I want to put the lapel mics for Spence and I.
So
let's move some of this garbage.
Okay, let's see if we can loop this through the buttonhole. Yeah. This one should still have a clip, so we're good.
And that's videographer Chris right there. Say hi, Chris.
Hi, Chris.
I'm going to come.
Here, watch.
Okay, here's that one for you.
Can't see it. Black on black. Cannot see that microphone.
He wants to flex his boob.
Let's move on in here.
Horsepower for an hour.
That's Spence showing off the horsepower right there. He's got the pec power.
Yeah,
pec power.
One of the guys I drove iron with, God, that guy was
I'll take
enormous.
B12 and maybe help me pump up.
Yeah, that boy. Yeah, there you
We
go.
are here for Berryman, as a matter of fact. There's that B12. This is probably what their most best-selling product.
Absolutely, yeah. And what, it's about a month ago, I took some Berryman B12 and I put it in a Scion, and I will tell you, remarkable how quickly the car responded and drove so much smoother, pickup was better. That was one bottle on a full tank of gasoline. And recommended, Donnie, generally?
I try to put it in every 4 tanks. So every 4 Phillips will put a bottle of Chem2 in.
Very good.
So I have to do math, but 1 and 4, I can handle that. Horsepower per hour and Berryman.
Very cool. All right, and there's the Denali that we're going to be working on right over there. Chris has got it set up with the camera. I'm going to get out of the shot that Chris is shooting and show the backboard. There it is. We're going to be using this monitor as part of the demonstration.
So what we're going to talk about is performance, but then I want you to come in. Well, Donnie, it's more than just for performance. I mean, everyday drivers, and you can talk about
Better gas mileage.
I put it in.
Advantage of these incredible gas prices. We're getting even better gas mileage with Berryman B12.
And my bottle. Thank you.
Just like the logo. You know, it's a wonderful human being mirror.
Can you just tap the mic on? Excellent. We're on.
Hey folks, Donnie and Spence here from Horsepower for an Hour. We're out here at our Horsepower Performance Division. We're talking performance. I think everyone, or most people would agree, driving a car that performs well can be a lot of fun. On the other hand, if you drive in a car that doesn't perform well, it can be frustrating. One of the things that you can do to make certain that your car is operating at peak performance is to maintain the fuel system. Fuel delivery is everything, folks. One of the products that we've been using here exclusively at our Horsepower Performance Division for many, many years is the Berryman B12 Chem Tool. It works fantastic. As you'll see here in our video shortly, you'll see what the fuel trims look like when a fuel injector is not functioning correctly, and then what it looks like when one does function correctly. We're going to be looking at fuel trims. So one of the things that we get often on our radio shows, but you know, we get calls all the time, how can I make my car perform better? Or a situation will arise where whenever I try to take off from a traffic light or I try to accelerate, the car stumbles. It doesn't perform as well as it did when I bought it. That's a telltale sign that you have poor fuel delivery, something going on with respect to the fuel getting into the engine. But it's, you know, there's other options, there are other areas where this can be improved. I want you to come in with it to be more
something brilliant. Yes.
Is your mic on too, by the way?
My goodness. is
Check
there
it
a
down
button?
there. Down there.
Oh boy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
There it is.
There it is. See now. There you go. Oh, I'm
Good
on.
thing we had a little break there.
I am so on.
But it's not just for performance cars. I mean, you get calls all the time. You tried it in a 2005 or 2006 Scion.
I tried it on a Scion that had 200,000 miles on it. Started to drive just a little rough, a little hesitant. What do you expect after 200,000 miles? The thing is, I got to bury this car. It's going to cost a lot of cash to get it fixed. I'm going to have to bring it into a shop. Ended up, Donnie, you gave me 1 can of Berryman B12, and instantly I saw the differences. And then the rule of thumb is every 4 tanks, I add this, and it's a very, very economical way. When you look at the bang for the buck, you're getting great prices on gasoline right now. Why not take full advantage and make your car run even more efficiently by using Berryman B12?
And another point I'd like to make is when the fuel system is not operating at peak performance, you are dropping raw fuel usually into the catalytic converter. That can create all sorts of problems, but one thing, the catalytic converters can be very expensive. If you burn one out prematurely, it can be upwards of $1,000. In some cases, over $1,000. So not only are you spending more money at the pump, not only are you costing yourself poor performance, but you're also setting yourself up for future automotive repairs, exhaust repairs that can be quite expensive. So as we're going to see here in a moment, the fuel trims is how we judge, is fuel trims, is how we can identify how well a fuel system is working. So we're going to see in a moment just how well that does.
Excellent.
So now let's go over here.
Did I stand and nod and look knowingly enough?
Yeah, great.
So my reactions like,
Because now the Denali is running,
Wait, carefully
this
now.
car is running,
we're moving.
this vehicle is running completely off Berryman B12 chemical. There's no fuel at all. It is running 100% solely off Berryman B12 chemical. We are running it with about 45 pounds of pressure, so it's a little low for this particular design, but it is enough to keep it idling. All of the fuel has been shut off. It's running off, specifically off only Berryman B12 chemical. What we're doing now is we're pushing 45 pounds worth of atomized air pressure in. Oh, it's not on.
Yeah, I was waiting. We need to get
Oh.
this untangled.
but you were on.
I thought, yeah, you were on there.
Oh, that's
Ben,
all right.
Can you come under
This is all live
Oh, boy.
too. Oh, here we go. The
Okay.
dance, the microphone dance.
Play the music.
Limbo. Da, da, da,
Okay.
da, da, da.
All right, I gotta set the.
Bill, grab the B12.
I'll go. Go through walls.
Yes. Thanks, Bill.
To change the name from Denali to McKinley.
Yeah, I know. What do
So
you
as you
do?
can see,
Wait, hold on. I need to
What
get
do you
this
want
right.
me?
You were fine right there. You want it fine.
so as you saw earlier in our scanner, you saw that we have negative fuel trims of about 18, I think it was negative 16, negative 18. That tells us that the computer is trying to remove 18% of the fuel that's being delivered to get to the stoichiometric ratio of 14.7:1. It sounds scientific, but it's pretty simple. Essentially what happens here is when a fuel injector is clogging, it is dropping raw fuel into the engine. When that occurs, again, we create all kinds of problems for ourselves with respect to catalytic converters and so on and so forth. Right now, this Denali is running off pure Berryman B12 chemical. We have eliminated all of the fuel from the tank. Everything is shut off from the fuel tank and is running strictly and primarily off Berryman B12. The nice thing about this is Berryman is such a high volume and high intense cleanser. It is pushing 45 pounds of air pressure along with atomized B12 chemical through the injector to clear that carbon, to clear that obstruction, to clear some of that dirt and debris that's creating a problem for our negative fuel trim. After we're done here, we'll take another look at the scanner and we should see at or near 0% on our fuel trim. That's the goal. At that point in time, we know we're burning fuel most efficiently. At 0, it's perfect, and we know we're not doing any long-term damage to our catalytic converter. So those things, those two things alone should be proof positive and should be more than enough motivation to want to use B12, to use some sort of a chemical. I like the B12, we've used it for so many years. It performs well for us each and every time. And now ask me about whatever.
Well, Donnie, one of the questions that we get here at Horsepower for Now, this is where Berryman Products really works in perfectly in the conversation. So often, we have people keeping the car 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 years now. This is a product that's really going to help you out with that. When you have a car that puts 100,000, 150,000, 200,000 miles, run efficiently and save money, and keep your motor running for 250,000, 300,000 miles.
Yes, you know, I like Spence's approach to that, and that's very good. In fact, not only does it work well for the here and the now, also going to give you longevity over the 200,000 to 250,000 miles. It keeps the top of the engine clean, keeps those valves nice and clean, keeps that injector rail clean, keeps those injectors pulsing exactly as they should, spraying an atomized fuel as opposed to just dropping raw fuel in a liquid form. Because remember, folks, fuel doesn't burn when it's a liquid, only when it's a vapor. So you want to make sure that those fuel injectors are working those fuel injectors are working most efficiently, and the best way to do that is to keep them maintained. Berryman B12 chemical works excellent. That's it. I think we're good.
Okay, we're on a break. That was it for filming. Now come on, let's take a look around the shop too.
Yeah, okay. It's order. I'll have it in the morning.
This is probably the thing that most interests me. Check this out. This is 55 Buick. Look at those hubcaps, those white walls. Whatever happened to white walls? And here we are with the car itself. This thing is in pristine condition. We come on upside, look inside the car. You can see the steering wheel. Not a lot of those safety features that you see. And of course, you've got a Buick shop manual right there that belongs for the 55 Buick. Makes sense for this model car. This thing is just gorgeous. As we take a look around, there's the hood ornament, feature of those 40s and 50s cars. Looking at the front end, this is a beautiful car. The Buick nameplate right there. Gorgeous, gorgeous car. 1941, I'm not sure that was the year. I think that's just the model, the number for the repairs here at the shop. And then we take a look around DMC at their performance division. There, all the equipment. There they are doing a debrief after this filming.
Yeah, exactly.
It has been a wonderful Berryman testimonial, that is for sure. And there's Donnie casually posed up against the Denali. I'm amazed that this Denali is running just on B12.
Only on B12. It is fantastic. The product, honestly, folks, it's not a plug, a gratuitous plug. It truly is. We've used it here for about 32 years. This stuff has been around since the beginning of time. It seems
1912,
like,
I believe.
Almost 100 years. Oh, a little over 100
A little over 100 years now.
And a product doesn't have that kind of staying power if it doesn't work. This stuff is fantastic.
That is amazing.
Well, Spence, you used it in your car.
Yeah, and that's a funny thing. A Scion, which we call the toaster, it's a teeny car. I don't even know if it has, 100 horsepower for crying out loud. But the great thing about a product like Berryman, look at this Denali. This is a beast. This is a big vehicle that's used to carry people, gear, awesome car. Then you have my little scooter around town. It works effectively in both vehicles. Both vehicles get huge results that are very positive. You know, again, I'm kind of a skeptic. Donnie gave me this, went, filled up, poured it in. Immediately, I went in and said, okay, is this placebo effect for me because I didn't take anything? But my car ran much, much smoother, and it's every 4 tanks now with Berryman.
Absolutely, yeah. It's the best $6 you're ever going to spend. I think it's $5 or $6 for this can. It's the best $6 that you're ever going to spend. You longevity out of the engine.
Work that into 20 gallons too. Start doing the math every 4 tanks, and with gas at the price that it is, it's really on a song when you look at the bang for the buck.
And bang for the buck, especially in longevity, because you're not going to be having your fuel system repaired. Maintenance is a whole lot easier than repair. Just remember that, folks.
It's true. All right. And that's it from the DMC Performance Division and Horsepower for an Hour. We're signing off the broadcast. Glad that you enjoyed it. Talk to you later.